Oh, why, hello, Deep Mindfulness Collective. This right here, right now, is the Deep Mindfulness Collective come to you live with the joy of being a live stream from Brooklyn, New York. Folks, lovely to be here with you. As always, we are very excited to begin this process. Nope, don't do that. Okay, cool. Folks, very excited to be here with you. What is up? What's going on? What's new? What's happening? What is the deal? And how are we going to stop this deal? That's what I want to know. Just kidding. Hello, Amuse Dave. Where are you coming from? Coming from Brooklyn. What am I grateful for? Okay, first of all, plenty of gratitude for the puppy, which I realized I left the puppy out. I have to put the puppy in her little sleeper for this stream, so I gotta run out. I'll be back in a second. Grateful for the puppy. Grateful I remembered to not let her poop on the floor. I'll be right back. Guess who's here to visit? It's Willow. Yeah. Look who it is, Willow. Yeah. It's amazing to me how much bigger Willow looks in reality than she is, or on the camera than she is in actuality. She's so much smaller than she looks. She looks like a kind of like, Toto-sized dog in this thing. Look how big. Her head is almost as big as my head. She's so small. It's really hard to get that across. I always feel like I have to, hey, it's okay. I always have to like cheat out this way to be like, this feels more accurate. She's like, yeah. She's like this big. So she looks further in the background because she's real tiny. It's okay, Willow. It's okay. Don't you worry. You're entertaining. That's what you're doing right now. You're entertaining people. Hi. Should we just do puppy stream today? How's everybody doing? Where you at? What are you grateful for? We got Aaron here from Indiana. Grateful for ice is finally melting. Oh yeah. Hi, Willow. What kind of position is that, Willow? What kind of position is that? Okay. Every time I have Willow sit next to me during the stream, she always makes noise during the meditation, except for today. Today, she's going to be here quietly resting. Down low. Yes, good girl. Okay. Folks, lovely to be here with you. We're going to be meditating today. We're going to be doing our last in our deity yoga series on seeing. I'm not sure how to approach this one exactly because, yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. What else? Anything? What's coming up for folks? Where are you at? What are you grateful for? What's new? What's happening? And then we'll jump into the meditation right away. Let's see. Okay, excellent. Okay, folks, let's jump right into the meditation. We're ready to roll. I didn't mean to be so loud with the drinking. Okay, folks, find a nice, comfortable position that you can maintain for the duration of the sit. I'm going to remove my teeth things so I'm a little more articulate. So find a nice comfortable position that you can maintain for the duration of the sit. And I know we usually take a little while to begin, so I feel like people will start trickling in, but that's okay. They need to discover that if you come late, sometimes you miss the beginning. Okay, so folks, find that nice comfortable position. We're going to wait to start until Aaron is ready. That's the exact kind of noise that Will is not going to make during the meditation. I just somehow believe today Will is going to just rest right there and chill out and be quiet. Okay. So find that nice comfortable position. And when Aaron's ready, we'll begin. Okay, great. Okay, folks, here we go. Beginning by taking a few comfortable deep breaths. Just feeling the body rise and fall. Each time you begin a meditation, you begin with the momentum of all of the previous moments. So as we begin to relax here, we're relaxing the tension, the tightness in the body from just a moment ago, from our day, from our week. We're also relaxing the mind from the same momentum. We do this by tuning into the sensations of this particular moment. So as we sweep through the body to be sure we're not holding any undue tension, I'd like you to bring your awareness to visual activity. In particular, the location of the sensations we're referring to. So noticing as we relax the brow and the top of the head, these sensations feel like they're just above. As we relax the eyes and the muscles behind the eyes, these tend to feel very centered. The mind organizes space around the eyes, so noticing this centered quality. As we relax the face, the back of the tongue, relax the jaw, noticing that these seem as though they're lower than the other sensations. And if this seems very obvious, well, of course they're lower. Well, this is still the mind arranging space. So relaxing the neck and the shoulders. Relaxing the arms. And as you relax the hands, noticing these subtle sensations in the palms of the hands, tips of the fingers, the way the mind uses mental imagery to give you a sense of those sensations and their location. you let go of any attempt to control the breath, letting the body breathe as it will, noticing the natural tightening and relaxing of the upper chest and upper back as the breath comes and goes. Relaxing the belly and the lower back. Relaxing the hips, the upper legs, knees and calves, ankles, and relaxing the feet. Noticing the sense of space and location. Notice that all of your experiences are occurring in this field, located somewhere above, below, left, right, front, back. And I'd like you to consider these locating drives, experiencing them as not ordinary, not your usual human location experiences, but those of a deity. Not worrying about which type or what they're like, just allowing the mind to locate our experience as though it were coming from some kind of God. Again, this may seem strange or oddly imaginal. That's fine. We're using our imagination today to see the arrangement of our experience as being somehow connected to a divine, as though the orientation of the mind were orienting the cosmos, orienting our entire world around us. Our mind creates a kind of horizon line. It puts everything in balance above and below that line. So you'll notice right now, there's a sense of up and down. Attending to this with an awareness that it's organizing the entire cosmos. This horizon that the mind creates is infinite. Our sense of up and down, left, right. It is as though we are the center of the universe. All experiences seem to point towards this central experiencer. A sense of me or I that's occurring towards the middle of our body, behind our eyes, or in our chest. Noticing the almost cosmic nature of this, the way it shapes all experience as though we were in the middle of the universe. So we're drafting on that unconscious tendency and saying, in this moment, we're imagining, yes, in fact, I am the center of the universe. We're cultivating this in order to connect with the visual experience of a deity or God. It doesn't have to be specific, but it can. You can choose one if one comes to mind, but not worrying about this detail. As we notice our sense of space, so too noticing perhaps our sense of scale. Perhaps we're 100 feet tall. Observing this mind which divides the world completely, inside and outside. These aren't just ordinary experiences, these are, in this case, cosmic categories. The forces that create solar systems, galaxies, pushing and pulling within us. I'd like you to bring to mind an element. It could be fire or water, air, earth. It could be light or darkness. It could be spaciousness. Finding one that feels powerful, deep with experiential meaning in this moment. Choosing from this moment, not if we've found one in the past, just choosing an element. Based on what seems powerful in this moment. And I'd like you to begin to embody that element. My mind was drawn towards a combination of fire and space. But just seeing what your mind is drawn towards. And I'd like you to begin to imagine that your experience right now, your body, this body of a deity, is in fact that element expressed. Perhaps your body itself is one made of fire or water or emptiness, darkness. If you have memories of your ordinary human form, just let those be consumed by your awareness of yourself as this deity. Letting any visual thoughts fall into this category. If our ordinary limiting mind says, nope, these are just regular thoughts, regular images, recognizing that, in fact, they are far greater. They are images of the cosmos, images of the same forces which created this universe. each time you notice this quality, this seeing quality of this deity in the mind, if you want to label that, you can label it see, being sure that your label uses the voice of a god rather than your ordinary human voice. Again, not getting caught up in detail, trying to do it right. Those are the kind of concerns of an ordinary human body. In this case, this imaginal practice, this deity yoga, we use the confidence and strength, the cosmic nature of this deity. Using this to guide the process. So of course this process requires a degree of belief, but we're simply flexing this muscle. We don't have to worry that we're succumbing, surrendering our reason. This is an exercise to flex these creative skills, to place them in a way that will serve us. Allowing them in this moment to serve us as a deity itself. The space of our body is enormous. The material of our body, the sensations we're feeling, are this element, this transcendent material. The mind dividing space, the sense of inside me at the middle, the world outside, the sense of a horizon that splits the world horizontally, these natural parts of the mind. They're splitting the universe. We often try to dismantle this sense that we are at the center of the universe, but in this case we're using that tendency to amplify, to expand the experience of the self, to go far beyond our human scale. Staying with this practice, I'm going to encourage you to allow a tiny bit of light to enter the eyes. Noticing the increase of this fiery data, all this seeing experience, as you eventually allow the eyes to rest on a single point, letting them fully open. Letting this elemental experience mix with our seeing experience. Don't confuse the sights in your visual sphere as those of a human. These are the sights of a god. This is the mandala. This is the path of awakening we see in front of us. Our visual experience is showing us quite directly how to wake up as it mixes with this elemental experience of our body. The entire map of awakening is here, visually displayed in front of us. We simply have to enter into it. So letting all of these visual elements encompass us. Letting the space around us pass through the space of this body. The space behind us, letting that pass through the space of the body. Even our sense of time, letting our experience of time be that of moments within the cosmos, each second clicking by is a movement of every element across all galaxies. Notice that all of these elements that I've described, there's too many to hold together. And that's exactly correct. An ordinary human mind cannot hold all of these, but the spacious awareness of a deity, of course, can. It doesn't need to know the details. It can just hold all of it as a cosmic awareness. Staying with this awareness, slowly allow your eyes to begin to look around your space. Each movement of the eye reinforcing this awareness of this cosmic visual experience, externally, internally mixing. Truly allowing ourselves to be this center of the universe, letting the space of our environment pass through the space of the body, this transparent body of a deity, timeless, spaceless. Noticing this body feeling both deeply solid, grounded, the center, and also simultaneously transparent, continuous, timeless. Letting this particular moment be our teacher, be the great teacher. Allowing ourselves to embody that great teacher. We are that great teacher in this moment. We are this moment. We are the creator, the origin, the nexus of all experiencing. Taking in our sense experience in this moment in this way. In this way, allowing this particular moment to be the great teacher that shows us how we might bring this practice into every aspect of our life. Okay. As I reset the camera, excellent. Go ahead and allow yourself to stretch. If you're just joining us, this is our atypical exploration into the realm of the woo. Not the Wu-Tang, but the woo-woo. This is a deity yoga, so we're mirroring a kind of meditation that's known as secret yoga, secret meditation from Tibet, in which you're embodying a god on different levels. So the question is, what was that like? What happened? What do you like now? Let's see here. I'm putting the Discord in the chat if you want to use your voice to yell obscenities and then be banned. Maybe that's what you want. I don't know. But you can also tell me about your meditation experience if you'd prefer. Let's see, where is the thingadoodle? Oh, maybe that's Dave already there with us. Where am we? Oh, here we are. Right here. Oh, great. Okay. Dave has a hand raised. All right, Dave. I'm going to send you right in here.
Hello.
Hello, sir. How are you?
I'm doing good, thank you.
Good. How was that?
Thank you for having me. It was very powerful. I picked the combination of light and fire.
Okay.
Some parts like I didn't understand, like space or galaxies. But what I did is I imagined every sensation in that God aspect, fire and light.
Great.
And yeah, it was powerful.
Great, yeah. And so, I mean, I'm usually like so allergic to any of the woo-woo stuff, and part of me during the meditation was guiding and thinking like, well, people are coming onto the stream like as we're talking, and they're hearing me say like, okay, you have the body of a god, etc. So it's interesting to me to do this stuff because I'm so allergic to it, but I think it's actually very effective at times. You could easily see how this, if somebody had like an ego problem, that this would potentially, could exacerbate that. But aside from those, caveats, it's very powerful to also look at the way that we limit our experience just naturally. We're like, oh, I'm just I'm this size, this is my way of living in the world. Often something like a psychedelic will show us what we just saw in that meditation, where we see actually our scale and our experience of the world is very, very we keep this very specific way of relating to the world. And so that is actually that's a decision made by ourselves in the mind unconsciously usually. So yeah, awesome. I'm glad it was fun. Anything else?
Very interesting. Can I share an idea of a way to
Sure.
maybe determine if meditation was good or not?
Sure.
So science says like when you meditate, your brain frequency lowers, and there's like states alpha brainwave, theta brainwaves, and delta brainwaves.
Yep.
So if you're becoming more meditative, the frequency lowers, and in those states like alpha, you become more creative and relaxed, and in theta you become even more relaxed and creative, and in delta you sleep. So the way to determine is if you feel sleepy in meditation. That's my thoughts.
Yeah, and I think that it's if you feel sleepy is an indication just exactly that there's more delta. If you feel foggy or there's not a crisp crispness, not Christmas, crispness to the experience. So you're looking for this experience where there's a deep relaxation and there's a kind of clarity in what you're experiencing, the present moment sort of experiencing. So yeah, that's exactly right with the various waves. Unfortunately, we don't have really good equipment right now to set that up and notice that easily, but I think over time we'll have things, we can just set up on ourselves quickly and easily. I think there's some extensive stuff you can get for a few $1,000s and just watch the brain waves to easily make a biofeedback device. Nice.
Yeah,
awesome.
So it was good meditation because I was sleepy and relaxed.
Nice. Excellent. Cool. Well, thank you so much.
Okay.
Thanks for joining.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you too so much, man.
Yeah, awesome. I'll talk to you any minute. Okay. If anyone else wants to jump on Discord, feel free. We're getting reports pouring in here. Aaron says the following.
I felt myself merge with the light behind my eyelids pretty quickly.
Great.
As I allowed that light to expand, I felt the self expand along with it. It really made the self feel less solid.
Great.
I was also surprised to see that when I opened my eyes it appeared darker than when I had my eyes closed.
Great. What you're describing is called a nimitta, so it's like a visual sort of quality of the mind. It's like the brightness of the mind. It's a not uncommon thing. That's great. Observe that. Pay attention to that. That's a wonderful thing that can happen. Also, I vote for Wu-Tang meditation on Friday. All right, well, maybe we'll do that. We've done meditation with music before. The thing is, then we can't post the video because it's copywritten, but we can just skip a video. Cool KLM says the following.
I'm not very gifted when it comes to visualization, but I feel like somehow I contacted a bit of visual and somatic flow.
Mm-hmm.
Eyes open, and then when I was soaking into that flow that my mind kept retracting to try and see the self. Because when you soak into something, it seems like the self disappears, or rather you are now the thing that you're soaking into.
Mm-hmm. Same.
This is all somewhat vague, and I'm not sure if it's valuable, but it's what seems to be happening.
It's totally valuable. And it's also, when you say that thing that, either when you soak into something, the self disappears, or you become that thing, it's the same thing. It's the same thing occurring. It's not two different things. It can be experienced as two different things. Like, it's either me disappearing or the thing disappearing. But it is, in fact, one thing. Yoga Fire says, consciousness rules everything around me. Exactly. That's a good, okay, that's our new, we can have I feel like all Wu-Tang lyrics should be filtered through all the funny woo-woo stuff. That's a good joke, Yoga Fire. Yeah, I'm glad you guys like the Wu-Tang Clan. It's funny, I was trying to explain to my 13-year-old nephew how important the Wu-Tang Clan is, and he's like, he hadn't heard of them, and I was just like, okay, they changed music, and he's like, okay, they sound like a lot of stuff I've heard before. I was like, but that's true, but nothing before them sounded like that anyway. So, exactly. Actually, it should be how you spell Donna, like the in Pali. What's it called? I think or is it just Donna? No, I think it's two N's. D-O-N-A. Yeah, Donna means generosity. It's funny. Okay, so awesome. Yeah. Oh, you're right. One N. Donna Bill. So let's see. Beep is okay, folks. Any other questions, comments, queries, challenges, or life concerns? Anything else coming up for folks before we hit the road here for the day? We're gonna be back here in fewer than 24 hours to meditate, hang out, have a good time again. But right now, are there any other questions, comments, queries, challenges, or life concerns? So yeah, the one I have on paper is more complex. Questions, quandaries, queries, comments, challenges, or concerns. Questions, quandaries, queries. I can't even remember that. I'll stick to what I got. Okay, anything else, folks, before we hit the bricks? Anything else? Okay. With that, then, folks, love to be here with you as always. What a great time. I'm going to sign off and continue rebuilding my PC. I'm very excited. It's so funny with the PC where it's you do all this work and it just like works a little better. It's just like the same thing you had before, but now it's like functioning a little better. I'm grateful to have found your stream. I'm grateful to have found your stream, or have you on the stream. Beep, 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 beep. So, okay, folks, we're going to be back here in a few within 48 hours. And let's see what else. Hit me with any questions you want. It's Freaky Friday. On Friday, we're going to be doing meditation that has never existed before. We're going to use your request, and we're going to create something that is brand new. And that's how we're going to do it. Hopefully that sounds like fun. Hopefully we get to see you there. Please send any questions you have, or if you want. Oh, P.S. Again, the in-person retreat is very likely happening right now from the 6th to the 15th on the west coast of the United States. In-person, real retreat. Good times. Let me know. Or put it on your calendar. Put it in pencil. We don't have exact dates yet. Exactly. Friday is going to be brand new. It hasn't existed before. First time ever guided in the universe. It's possible someone has guided something similar, but it's going to be great. Okay, folks, lovely to be here with you as always. Let's listen to some music, shall we? Okay, folks, check out these tunes. I like that the emojis still pop up. I feel like that should be a tradition, is like spamming with emojis for the outro. Let's see, which emoji do I want to spam here as we begin our outro? So, folks, right in this particular moment, take a moment to return to that place of that sort of that deity's view of reality, and notice all of those visual elements. Remember, like, it doesn't have to be perfect. You can just sort of dive in and see what that's like. So that cosmic scale, that sense of location and arrangement. We usually sort of fight the idea that we're the center of the universe. We try to deprogram that. We try to make it so it's not so intense. But in this case, we're letting ourselves be the absolute center of our reality. And seeing that as a sort of transcendent tendency. Folks, and so letting this particular moment be the great teacher, letting this experience show us how we might bring this practice into every aspect of our life. Folks, lovely to be here with you as always, and as always, practice well, take care of each other, have fun, and we'll see you all very, very soon. Bye.